we're in Jackson, Mississippi in Greenwood Cemetery to start our series introducing you to the governors of the great state of Mississippi. The first governor of the state of Mississippi was a guy named David Holmes. He moved from Virginia to Mississippi and was elected as a Democrat and served as governor from 1809 to 1817. He was appointed to the Senate in 1820 and served until 1825, when he returned to Mississippi to serve as Mississippi's fifth governor. He resigned from office in 1826 due to ill health and went home to Virginia and is buried there. Don't worry, we won't cover all these guys in chronological order, but since I'm about to introduce you to George Poindexter, the second governor of the great state of Mississippi, I just told you a little bit about David. Now, the trick with videos such as this is getting people to actually see them. So I need you to boop that like button, share this thing on your favorite form of social media, maybe even subscribe. I need to point out the Capitol dome you see in the background. It is what we call the new Capitol building, and its construction was completed in 1903, and it's been the seat of the state government since that time. I guess you can tell I'm a little bit fascinated by this one particular grave, and I have no idea who it is. But you have a fantastic view of the old Capitol building from this corner of the cemetery. Let's get back to George. Historians have said George Poindexter's public career is indeed the history of the territory and the state of Mississippi. So closely and prominently was he connected with everything that occurred. Poindexter was born in Virginia and practiced law there before he migrated to Natchez in 1802. It was from his law office in Natchez that he launched a long and distinguished political career. He served as a delegate to the Territorial Assembly, Attorney General of the Mississippi Territory, territorial judge, territorial representative to the U.S. Congress, a United States Congressman, governor, and United States Senator. Poindexter was elected President pro temp of the Senate in 1834. At the 1817 Mississippi Constitutional Convention, Poindexter was chairman of the committee that drafted the Constitution and is generally recognized as the father of Mississippi's first Constitution. He later compiled the Poindexter Code, the state's first legal code. In 1819, while serving in the United States Congress, Poindexter was elected Mississippi's second governor. During Poindexter's time as governor, the judicial system was restructured and a chancery court was created. The militia was reorganized, strengthened, and enlarged, and public assistance for indigent school children was established through the Literary Fund. Also, the Second Choctaw Land Cession was finalized in 1820 under the Treaty of Doak Stand. The capital was also moved from Natchez to a location nearer its geographic center. Around 2 weeks after he became governor, Poindexter signed a bill emancipating William Johnson, the famous barber of Natchez. Now, William became Mississippi's most famous and prosperous free African American and often loaned money to his white friends, including George Poindexter. In 1822, Poindexter ran for Congress rather than seek re-election as governor, but he was defeated. He practiced law in Jackson until his appointment to the United States Senate in 1830, both being prominent men in and around the Natchez area. Poindexter and President Andrew Jackson butted heads several times throughout their political careers. He didn't like President Jackson very much and is often credited as being the first to use the term kitchen cabinet in reference to Jackson's intimate circle of friends and advisors. Jackson was very popular in Mississippi, and this caused Poindexter to be defeated for his reappointment to the United States Senate in 1835. He left the state mad and moved to Kentucky for a time, but returned to Jackson in 1841 and resumed his law practice. He worked at his law practice until his death in 1855. A 19th century Mississippi historian considered George Poindexter the ablest man who ever lived in the state. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about Mississippi's first 2 governors today, and check back occasionally to meet some of the later ones. Thank you.